Hi, beautiful people. So I pulled some cards for the collective, just a general message for whoever needs to hear and whatever they need to hear. So maybe this reading will resonate with you. There's a couple different, after I pulled these cards, I meditated on them for a little while and I saw two different stories and I'll kind of explain them. First, I pulled these messages. I pulled partnerships, outside the box, and then I pulled detours. And I pulled 3 tarot cards for clarification, for one for each message. And with partnership, I got the Hermit. Two ways that I was looking at this when I was meditating on it. I'm either seeing that it would be wise if you're in, maybe perhaps it doesn't have to be a love relationship, it could be in a partnership of any kind, business partnership, a friendship. So I'm seeing something where it says like, possibly, if you kind of look at the Hermit card, he's walking into the unknown by himself, and this is a card about going within. That's the primary meaning of this card, is seeking knowledge within yourself. And he is walking with a cane, and he's very wise. He's an older man, and he has a lantern so he can see where he's going, right? I kind of see this as maybe walking away from a partnership, perhaps, and going more within. Okay, that's what I got from those two. If you are in a relationship, this very well could mean that your partner is going through something right now. And when you get this in the upright, it pretty much means that in a love relationship that you have a solid partner, a very wise partner. And this could just indicate them they might be going through something personal right now, and encouraging you to be more supportive, and possibly give more to that partnership. Next, with the outside the box, I pulled the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is generally a positive card. It's usually a card of financial stability. This man here who has a scale on one side, right, one hand, and on the other hand, he's giving these two beggars, he's sharing his accumulated wealth. He has enough to share. He has 6 pentacles there. Now, I one way I see this card is outside the box. The word outside the box right here, it brought some attention to the fact that these coins are outside of him, of this gentleman who is sharing and being generous. And it kind of made me think of a sense of control, of somebody has control over some kind of finances. That's not the normal reading, but I was trying to also think outside the box with the meaning of this card. Could also represent that just plain financial security, and possibly meaning that this man here who's being generous has been this beggar before at one point, and now that he's progressed and he's now a 6 of Pentacles, he didn't forget where he came from. He didn't lose sight of that, and he's willing to be generous and help. Another meaning of this could be, if it represents a person who's very financially dependent, these guys, if you're not careful of accepting the generosity of people, sometimes it can turn into dependence. It can turn into even being submissive. So on this third message here, you got the word detours and the moon in reverse. And I actually love this because with the moon in reverse, it means like being illuminated, okay? It means things coming to light. It has, the moon when it's in the upright has a very hidden like energy to it, right? So for instance, like sneakiness, things going on that you're not quite aware of yet. That's in the upright. But since it's in the reverse, I think it's about overcoming fears. I think it's about overcoming the fears to maybe take a detour, take a detour. And what are detours? Detours are different routes to get to your destination to avoid a problem. That is usually what a detour means, literally, when you're driving. As in life, sometimes, if you're sturdy in the shifts of life and you're graceful in the flow, you're going to end up right where you need to be. And I find it like really interesting on this card. Right here we have the blue crab, and honestly, blue crab is very symbolic in itself. It means here's the trail, okay? It could be a detour. You see the trail goes all the way back through the grassy area up to the mountains, and the blue crab symbolizes perseverance, strength, protection, like, as he travels this non-conventional path for a crab, he's protected by his armor. It has a very strong meaning spiritually with armor. And going through these, just getting there, the path is there. And I really feel like by taking a path less traveled or taking that detour, you're gonna land right where you need to be, That's what I feel that this message. Now, overall, what I get, to sum it up, is really having to go within, taking a break from always being in a partnership of some sort, and realizing that you have all the answers within. That's what the Hermit is. And then also, I believe that this one could possibly outside the box, like basically saying, think of like, thinking outside the box is thinking creatively, right? And innovative, and looking at a problem with a different perspective, eliminating barriers, basically keeping an open mind is what outside the box basically means. Keeping an open mind. And when you look at this card, maybe something resonates with you more on it than normal. It is a card of coins, and if you notice, the coins are in the air, meaning it's all subjective. Like, success and failure is an illusion almost. Yeah, and then thinking outside the box, like, however that may relate or resonate with your personal story right now, or your energy going on in your world. But I really do love this to end the moon in reverse with detours. Don't be afraid to take a detour, an unknown road, unknown path. If you're able to remember, you can go within, you have the answers, you can get there. He's gonna get there, And he has enough to share. He's fine. He has financial stability. He's got protection. So yeah, I hope that resonates. And that's all. Thanks, guys.